Okay, everyone. Today, Indigenous Conversations presents Lyndon Scott with his daughter Ty Scott. They'll be giving us some very good information on the basics of handgame. Enjoy.
Hello everyone, my name's Lyndon Scott. It's my daughter Ty Scott. My parents are the late Wesley and Veronica Scott from Piikani Nation. My grandparents were the late Howard Mabel Beebe from Kainai Nation and the late Joe and Irene Scott from here in Piikani Nation. We started playing stick game right since I was born pretty much. I sang my first stick game song when I was 5 years old, and I still remember that song, which one it was. It's the very first one I learned, and I've been singing ever since. And I've taught my daughters as well. I've got 3 other daughters that all play. They all sing. And that was one of the things that I was told if I wanted to play stick game, I had to sing. So I've told that to my daughters as well, and they all sing, and they all got pretty voices. Stick game was it's a very, well, I like to say it's healing. Because when you lose loved ones, or you're sad, lonely, depressed, you go to stick game, you listen to the songs, and you're going to hear the one you've lost. You're going to hear their favorite song. You're going to hear the songs they like to sing, the different families. You meet up with a lot of different people that have become family from traveling that trail. Tonight, I'll sing a few songs from different areas where we travel. I've traveled the same trail for as long as I can remember. We've added one extra place in there recently. Well, recently is the last 25 years, so. But other than that, we followed the same trail ever since I was a little kid traveling with my mom and dad. And I travel it now, and my kids will probably travel it too after I'm gone. During this last year, because of COVID and everything, I started a page. It's called Healing Songs, a Stick Game. If you want to hear all the different songs from different areas, like we've had people from Oklahoma, Manitoba, BC, the coast, Washington coast, California, like all over the place, people have posted songs. If you go into the topics page, you can see all the different songs that everybody sang. That page started with our elder from here at Piikani, Walter Smith. He asked me one day last year, I think it was in April of last year, if there was any way to have a stick game singing contest online, because he was missing stick game and so were a lot of us. I had the page made, I didn't know how to start it, and when he mentioned that, that's how it got started. And you know, there's over 6,500 members in there, so check it out. It's a really good page. Our area here, we have two different styles that we play here. It's the Blackfoot style, which uses 10 sticks, and when you guess them, the hiders are, if you catch one, the other hider gets to hide again. They keep the bones, and if you miss that one hider again, the second hider comes back alive, so it's a lot faster. And it's a lot of fun, that one. And then the other style we play is flathead style. They use 11 sticks, and when one hider gets caught, they throw the bones across, and whoever gets the 11 sticks first wins. Just like Blackfoot style, whoever gets all 10 wins. Up north, they play the same style we do. It's mainly flathead style. Down south, it's flathead style, and then I don't know what they call it, but even further down into Oklahoma, California, that area, they use, I believe it's 19 sticks or 21 sticks. And I've seen some videos on that, and those look like a lot of fun games. So, and I know along the coast they call it slahal or lahal. Bone game, hand game, stick game. It's everywhere you go, it's known as something different. Here I got a set of sticks that are mine. I was given them at a giveaway. There's 10 sticks here, 5 on each side. As you can see, it's got the green, red, yellow, blue, and this side's blue, yellow, red, green. It's just to keep them separate from each other, and the colors mean something to each different person has their sticks. And this is our kick stick. I keep that covered because my way of thinking is nobody should see my kick stick except me. So it's just one of my rules that I have. These are the bones here. As you can see, there's one stripe bone, one plain bone. The object of our game here is to guess this bone. So if you end up guessing the stripe, you have to give one of the sticks, and the stick will go across. And like if there's two of us hiding, and we're hidden like this, and one of the points is middle, that means you're guessing in the middle of us, so you would have caught both of us. But if you'd used the other shot outside, which means our outside, you would have missed it, both of us, and you would have had to give up 2 of your sticks. And if you went to the right or to the left, you would have caught one of us and missed the other one, so you would have had to give 1 stick. And the object is to get all 11 sticks on your side. Some of the rules that were with the game is your kick stick is your most important stick. And like I said, I like to keep mine covered. Nobody sees it but me. My sticks are all wrapped in this scarf and we put them away. And if you accidentally, like it's another reason for it, is if you accidentally throw your kick across to the other side, you lose your game. When you throw the kick, that means you're giving up your sticks and you're forfeiting your game. So you're basically giving up if you do that, even if it's by accident. And a few more of the rules, the unwritten rules. there's a sitting on here and another team sitting on that side. There's an imaginary center line. When I was growing up, I was taught you don't cross that line. And the bones, you'd throw them across when you got caught. The sticks, you'd throw them across. And that was the way I was taught. That was the respectful way. Because if you cross that center line, it's like you were attacking the other side. Like ready to have it out with them. And that's the way it was when I was growing up. But now, the way this new generation plays, they cross that line, they walk behind the other side. And, you know, to us older generation players, it's going to cause a little bit of stuff, but that's wrong in my eyes. But in my daughter's eyes, that's okay because that's the way they play now. To them, that's the respectful way, and throwing the sticks and bones is disrespectful. But I'm the old school, so that's the way that goes. This is the flathead style when you use all 11. When you're using just 10, your kick is put away, and you start out, and each side will go for the kick to see who gets to hide first. And in Blackfoot style, you'd take one of your sticks and you'd give it to him, and then there's only 9 left to go. And like I said, if I got caught and she took a stick, you'd give the one stick, and if you missed her again, I come back alive and get to hide again. Whereas flathead style, you get caught, you're throwing the bones across. The songs are really important. Like, not only does it help people with their healing when they're sad, lonely, and all that, they're also a way to throw the other side off their game, because I'm a believer that if you can get not only your side dancing, but the other side, then they're forgetting about where they're going to point. So if you can find the right songs that gets everybody on both sides going, you got a really good chance to win. There's slow songs, fast songs, double beat songs. Every different area has their own style of singing. Like here in our home country, it's a lot of high singing, fast songs with a few double beats thrown in. And down in Oklahoma, California, that area, they do a lot of double beat singing. On the coast, they're deep voices that they go with. Up north from here in Cree country, they have a lot of high-pitched singing. Everywhere you go, it's all beautiful singing. So in our area here, it's kind of a mixture, some high, some low. It just depends on who you sit with a lot. Like my style of singing, I've got a lower voice, so, but I sing for my girls to pick up the high parts, so that's my style. A lot of the songs, like when I was growing up, you could go into any powwow, stick him anywhere, and you hear who's singing and what songs are being sung, you know which family is there. And now there's a lot of new songs out there, a lot of very, very pretty songs, good toe tappers and all that. And now those songs are being sung everywhere, so it's a little harder to decide who's all there. But some songs are handed down, some families still sing their family songs, and the new generation of stick game players, they sing all these different songs. But you know, songs are very beautiful everywhere you go, so it's pretty good. When I'm pointing a game, I'll be singing a song, and when I'm going to look for a hider, I look to see who's actually in the song. Like, you know, if somebody's just moving with it, you know that that person's into the song. So that's who I'd usually go give the bones to. And 9 times out of 10, they're going to take quite a few sticks. And then other times, you know, I'll sing the wrong song and they're singing, but they're not really into it. And, you know, it happens sometimes. Because sometimes you play a short game, you're only going to sing a few songs. Other times you're playing 2-3 hours and you go through every song in your book. When I think I was 13 years old, I went to Saddle Lake with my parents. They played with this other couple from Rocky Boy, and the game was, I believe it was 8 hours long. And now, my own game, personally, I think was just under 4 hours. So some of the games can get really long, like I said, long games. Other games, it's 5 doubles, the game's over in 5 minutes. So it just depends on what kind of day the pointers are having. I was growing up, a lot of the places we went to was just straight money games. Like, that's what we call them here. You go up north, like I mentioned earlier, into Cree country, they call them exhibitions. But when I was growing up, they might have small little tournaments, but a lot of the times it was just for the straight money games, the open games. Right now, there's only 2 powwows right now that have just straight open games, no tournament, and that's Arlene, Montana, and Welpinit, Washington. Those are my favorite places to go. But now, everywhere you go, there's tournaments, and a lot of it is casino money, and it brings a lot of people in. Just for an example, Coeur d'Alene Casino has they have 2 stick games a year. They're honoring the elders and spring kickoff. The veterans, no, it's the veterans,
No,
yeah, veterans and honoring the elders. They're at the casino, they're getting 180 to 200 teams that will show up for that tournament, and that's because the prize money is so high now. Muckleshoot, Washington, same thing, 200 teams and up, and with the amount of money they get from the casino. And so it's good for the stick game players, and it's good for the communities that have them. Like myself personally, I'm more into open games, money games, exhibition games. I just find them a lot more funner, but I will play tournaments because, well, there's nothing else to do during the stick game and all that. The tournaments, I remember they used to be small. I mean, we used to travel if a tournament had $2,000 total prize money. Those, like, that you went for the love of the game at that time. And now, total prize money, like I mentioned, I believe Muckleshoot pays out, I think it's $55,000 or $75,000 or something like that. Coeur d'Alene pays out just under $40,000. And a lot of tournaments now, it's $10,000 plus at all these different communities you go to. And plus is the entry fees that you pay to get in. So some of these tournaments, you can play for a lot of money. So, and like I said, I prefer the money games because I believe they're a lot funner. But, everybody is different. A lot of people travel just for tournaments, so. I'll show you a double beat song, as it's from either here in our country, it's from Blackfoot country anyway. So here or just across the line. This song is from Washington. I'm just going to try to give different songs from different areas if I can remember it. Oh, 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 hello, oh, hey, hello, oh, oh, hello, hey, hello, oh, hey, hello, Okay, this next song, I do know that this is a Kayai family song from Kootenai Salish in Elmo, Montana. Actually, I think they just go by Kootenays. So, the Kayai family, and this is one of their songs. This is how we used to know that their family was there. This song is from, I believe, Fort Hall, Idaho. Could be Fort Duchesne, Utah too. It's somewhere there. It's one of the show band songs anyway. My late dad made the song for my late mother a long time ago. I'm gonna guess 50 years ago. I was just a little kid when the song was made. So I'll share it with all of you now. Stick game a long time ago, and I still remember it from when I was growing up. It was played where everybody sat on the ground. You had like teepee poles or something laying in front of you, and people would have sticks, and that's what they played. Drums weren't a very big part of it back then. Like, you know, people would go out, find the sticks, and that's what they'd hit the railing with. And something I learned was that's how the game became called stick game, because people were looking for the sticks to bang on the railing. And that's the way it used to be played. Drums weren't a big part of it, and now everywhere you go there's drums, and the drums are just louder than ever, and especially this style. And it's really hard to hear the different songs now because all you hear is the drum. Back then you could hear all the different songs everywhere you went. You didn't leave with a headache, and it was actually really good that way. I hope you enjoyed the little information thing. The best way to learn about stick game is to go watch it. And you know, stick game people are so friendly. If you ask somebody, can you tell me what's going on, they'll explain the game to you a lot better. I explained it a little bit, but there's a lot more involved to the game. So if you went out and asked somebody while the game was going on, they'll explain what they can to you. And it's a lot easier to understand when you're watching. Because it's a game of thinking, strategies, trying to psych the other side out. It's a lot of different things to it.
And luck.
And luck. Some days you have good days and other times not so good. But I hope you enjoyed this little presentation, and anybody has questions, feel free to get a hold of me through Linda, and I'm available for anything, any questions. And remember, if you want to see the different styles of songs, go on Facebook, go to Healing Songs, a Stick Game, go under the topics, you'll see the singing contests we've had on that page. The adult singers, the youth singers is wonderful. The elders contest is wonderful, but there's like 7 or 8 different contests in there. So check it out. I think you'll really enjoy the music. Thank you.
Thank you, Lyndon, for letting us come into your home. Thank you, Ty, for letting us be here. And they served me a really awesome supper, so I'm coming back.
You're always welcome.
Okay, Gator Matson, everybody.
Hey.